aboard. Check it, check it, check it, check it, check it. Choo, choo. Affirmation Station, Affirmation Station. What's today's affirmation? Welcome, sunshine, to Affirmation Station. My name is Charente of JCLV21, where I joyously coach life victory. And I am the conductor on this here train where we learn how to maintain our mind, our body, and our spirit before going to the next destination. This show, just so you know, generally is around 8:30 a.m. in the morning. I think I might have to change this and just go with divine timing for every single day. So this might not be in the mornings anymore. And that's simply because by me subscribing a time, I feared today that I wasn't going to meet that time. And I self-sabotaged myself by staying up way too late last night, drinking coffee way too late, and that not helping the case. Waking up at my normal time, feeling like I didn't have enough sleep, going back to sleep, and then not wanting to do anything. And then saying that I was going to feel tired the entire day. I set myself up like that. So moving forward, this is going to be a change. This is going to be divinely inspired timing, not just Charente's going to show up at 8:30. I'm taking the schedule off my social media, and the reason is not because, oh, she's not always going to show up at that certain time. I have life. You have life. We're only going to do things now moving forward with divinely inspiration. That's all I can do for this manifestation, because this show wouldn't be possible without the spirit and source that is in all of us. So with that simply being said, let me let you know what transfer lines are available on this stop. There are transfer lines to the best day ever on platform 2 and the worst day ever on platform 3. Choose wisely. Like I said, like every show, we will go through 3 exercises to invigorate your day with your mind at peace, your soul feeling loved, and your body feeling right. Like I said, this show, we're changing the time. We're going based off divine inspiration. So if you catch me, you catch me. And if you don't, in the gift section, this is where I have all the list of the replays. So you can always come back to this and still go through the exercises when your time permits. This episode is called No Thirst Thursdays. We'll be focusing on filling up our cup with radiating love to get on the groovy foot today. So let's ease some energy that has been stagnant. Let's shake it up and wake it up just a little bit more. If you're sitting down at your work desk right now, if you haven't got up recently and stretched, this is your time to get up and stretch. Because if you don't do that, trust me when I say these words, you will feel it. If it's not today, you will feel it one day. And it's not going to be a good feeling. Okay. Without further ado, let me give you the cues to listen out for. If you should hear the ding dong, this just simply means that we're going to the first or next exercise. It's always the beginning of an exercise. And if you hear this is always an end to a exercise, and that I want you to celebrate in that moment of you just being you, and you being authentically you being awesome you. And if you did the exercises, that's cool too. Celebrate that as well. But we celebrate the being, not just the doing over here. Now that we know the sounds that go abound on the ground, let us head to our first exercise. Welcome to Say It and Claim It. This exercise is all about words of affirmation. Yeah. So if you're feeling down, please know it's okay to frown. Please know that all your emotions are valid. And this exercise is where we are going to send radiating love to ourselves by speaking love into ourselves and giving ourselves that validation. So we're not going to be thirsty today, amen, because we are going to quench our thirst. Here are the instructions. Say these affirmations with me inside that beautiful mind of yours, or say it out loud with that mouth of yours. Either way, do either of these two. As for maximum benefit, it would be your voice for maximum benefit. In addition to doing this in front of your front camera or on a mirror or your simple reflection. Yes. It's time to repeat after me so you can be set free. I do not fix problems. I fix my thinking. Then problems fix themselves. 2. I align my thinking with ease before I try to solve any problem. This ease dissolves the problem so that I can handle it with less stress and greater grace. 3. I am in the process of positive change. 4. I'm in the process of whatever I want to change. I am connected right now to whatever I want because I'm on the right path. 5. As I forgive myself, it becomes easier to forgive others. 6. How I give to others is a direct extension of how I give to myself. I open myself to the possibility of forgiveness as a way of serving the greater good. 7. Nourishing myself is a joyful experience, and I am worth the time spent on my healing. 8. I am worthy of the time I spend on my healing. I am allowed to heal, to feel better, and to honor the pain without getting stuck there. 9. Whatever I need to know is revealed to me at the exact right time. 10. It's okay not to know the whole story yet. Life is always on time, and I don't need to have all of the answers to freely live in this moment. I am free to swim with the mystery of it all. 11. I forgive myself for not being perfect to other people's standards and to my own standards. 12. I am free to be who I am, to rediscover my potential, to find purpose, to explore ways I can improve my life, all from a place of already enough, already whole, already worthy. Exercise completed. You did it. You did it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We're gonna clap, my friend, and yes. Love it that you just spoke love into yourself. I just spoke love into myself, and we're just speaking love into ourselves. It's a wonderful day and a wonderful way. And now let's go to the next exercise, baby. Do, whoosh, whoosh. This next exercise, I love it so much. It's called the breeze of breathing. Yes. Our body naturally breathes for us without us even asking to do it. Within the breath, we can find our life force. Today, we're going to consciously breathe to energize our body, focus our mind, and shake up the light in us so it shines brighter. Shine bright like a diamond today. That's what we're going to do. Here are the 3 sets of instructions because I don't know exactly what position you're in, so I'm just going to guess these 3 positions. And these 3 positions are this. If you're laying down, you're sitting, or you're standing up, I got instructions for you. So if you're laying down, let me give you the skinny right quick. Get comfortable. Feel the support beneath your back. Relax those shoulders and close your eyes. If you are in a seated position, move the butt a little bit to wake it up a little bit. Get comfortable in that seat. Sit up straight. Relax those shoulders. Shake them a little bit if you can. Do a shimmy. And go ahead and close your eyes if it's safe for you to do so. And if it's not, keep them open, but please keep a focal point, which means finding a location in the room or the space that you're in and looking at that point. The reason why we do this is to allow ourselves to come into the oneness, to come into the silence, to bring in spirit in this moment. And to do that, we have to keep focus. So, the last set of instructions, if you're standing up like I am right now, stand up straight, relax your shoulders, do the shimmy shimmy. And if it's safe for you to do so, close your eyes and stand against a wall. And if it's not safe for you to close your eyes, keep your eyes open, find a focal point, and that's only so we can begin shortly. Today we're going to be doing a box breathing technique, and it goes a little something like this. We're going to inhale through the nose for 4 counts. We're going to hold for 4 counts. We're going to exhale through the nose for 4 counts, and we're going to hold that again for 4 counts. I might switch you guys to breathing through your mouth in this exercise. We never know. Just be ready to go with the flow and listen. Okay? So, with that simply being said, and if it's okay, right now, we're going to go ahead and get started. Breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale through your mouth. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale through your mouth. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. You did it, and you can go back to your normal breath. Exercise completed. Completed. You did it again. Yeah, my friend. Now that your body's relaxed, you feel a little bit more focused in your mind, we're ready to go to the next thing this time. This is where we tap this in. This is the emotional freedom technique, also known as EFT Tapping, which is alternative therapy for chronic pain, weight loss, fibromyalgia, it's anxiety, PTSD. There's so many conditions that this particular type of alternative therapy helps. It's kind of unreal. Take the time to do the research to figure out for your exact ailment that you're currently facing to see if this is a thing that's going to work for you. I know it worked for me in this disease called the name of hidradenitis suppurativa. Okay, and it was a skin disorder where I had a lot of inflammation all over my body and open wounds all over my body. And let's go ahead and thank you, honey. I greatly appreciate it. I love my husband. He's bringing me food, even though I can't technically eat it right now. I love you, babe. Okay. I love my husband. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have this moment. He's so good. I love him. He brings me a lot of joy. And I know it's very random, but hey, this is life. Like I said, divine inspiration, divine timing, intuition. We're just moving with it, okay? We're vibing with it. And this technique for EFT tapping, getting back on the topic at hand, is a form of self-love because it pairs physical touch with words of affirmation, which means it's twice the love that you normally give yourself. And with that simply being said, I'm letting you know that every week we have progressed in adding more and more taps. We're all the way up to 3 taps to get things flowing and going. These taps today are the side of the eyes, underneath the nose, and the top of the head. We've done these multiple times before, and we're going to do them as a 3-fer instead of a 2-fer or a 1-fer because you have progressed this far. The reason why we tap on the side of the eyes, so you know the why behind the what, it releases resentment and anger to promote clarity and compassion. The reason why we even touch the underneath the nose is because it releases shame and powerlessness to promote self-acceptance, self-empowerment, and compassion for self and others. And the reason why we even touch the top of the head is so that we can promote our spiritual connection to source, as well as lock in all the things that we just did by tapping underneath our nose and tapping on the side of our eyes. Here are the instructions. Accept what you're feeling right now. Whatever it is that you're feeling, angry, mad, happy, sad, tired, angry, lonely, shame, whatever you're feeling, accept it. When we accept it, that means we now have awareness around it so that we can start to change it if we should want to, because we have awareness around it. It's hard to change something when you don't have awareness. So we accept this so that we can transmute it into the thing that we'd rather feel right now instead. We're changing our focus, y'all, to help move this emotion and this feeling. And please know that all your feelings are just simply a part of your alert system. All your emotions, exact same thing. Simply part of your alert system, and they all okay, baby. They all okay. So no shame here. Let me explain to you where these taps are. Like I said, side of the eye. We did this one yesterday. So you literally take your middle and your index finger on both sides of your hand, left and your right, and you tap literally on the side of your eyes, not where the hairline is, not where the eye actually is, but right there in the middle. That is the side of the eye tap. Now underneath the nose, this is a very simple one. You can just use your index finger, and you're gonna go literally right where the center of your nose is. That literally separates your left to your right. Underneath that, you're going to tap on that area right there. Be gentle with it. Don't tap too hard because it can hurt. Because I actually just did that by myself right now. Be gentle with yourself. And the last tap is the top of the head. You take your index and your middle finger, your first 2 fingers, and you tap on the center of your head. And that is the last of all the tapping locations. Like I said at the very beginning, we're pairing this tapping with affirmations. We're using the affirmations from Say It and Claim It. I'm not asking y'all to remember it. I'm just going to help you repeat after me. Okay? So with all this being said, let's go ahead and start with tapping on the side of the eye. I will let you know when to switch. Now, if you will do, repeat after me. Boo-boo. I do not fix problems. I fix my thinking, and then problems fix themselves. I align my thinking with ease before I try to solve any problem. This ease dissolves the problem so I can handle it with less stress and greater grace. I am in the process of positive change. I am in the process of whatever I want to change. I'm connected right now to whatever I want because I'm on the path there. Switch to tapping underneath your nose and repeat after me. As I forgive myself, it becomes easier to forgive others. How I give to others is a direct extension of how I give to myself. I open myself to the possibilities of forgiveness as a way of serving the greater good. Nourishing myself is a joyful experience, and I am worth the time spent on my healing. I am worthy of the time I spend on my healing. I am allowed to heal, to feel better, and to honor the pain without getting stuck there. Switch to tapping on the top of your head now. Whatever I choose, whatever I need to know is revealed to me at the exact right time. It is okay not to know the whole story yet. Life is always on time, and I don't need to have all the answers to live freely in this moment. I am free to swim with the mystery of it all. I forgive myself for not being perfect to my standards or others' standards. I am free to be who I am, to rediscover my potential, my life purpose, to explore ways I can improve my life. All from a place of already enough, already whole, already worthy. You can release the tapping and the affirmations as this exercise is completed. You did it. You did it. You're on fire today. You spoke life into yourself and you tapped it right in. I love that, and I love that you're taking time to love on yourself today. I'm so freaking proud of you. And if no one's told you that they're proud of you, I'm letting you know that I am proud of you. And that you are loved unconditionally through and through with all your quote unquote flaws and all. There are not flaws. There are just lessons that you're learning. There's no flaws here. Now, with that being said, we get to celebrate ourselves because we're great. So without further ado, let's celebrate ourselves today. Yeah. It's a celebration of you. Ooh, yeah. It's a celebration for you. It's a celebration. Yay! I love it. I'm having so much fun right now. If you're listening in or you're watching on the TikTok, comment. And if you're listening in on the Wisdom app, this is the section for you. This is where you get to come up and shine for at least 2 minutes or more, depending on how long you want to talk for me for, to let me know what your favorite affirmation is, how you're feeling after completing this exercise, or how are you doing today, at least right now. Let's see here. We have one person. We have Kathleen joining in the 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
And, you know, the best affirmation was, I don't need to know how it's going to work out. Because getting ready to make my move is like, I want to know. I want to know where the money's coming in and where I'm going to live and everything. I want to know. And I'm like reminding myself, just let it be. Let it be. It will unfold.
I have to remind myself this too. It's not just you. I think it's really everyone.
We got to have the control of knowing. And, yeah, so it's a very hard part to give up. and giving up control, because if I don't know, then I'm out of control, right?
Oh yeah, it's always the how, because we were like, here's the what, and we have a why, but how? It's just going to go down.
Right. Yep. How's it going to go down? Could you make sure that I'm taken care of? You know. So yeah, I think that everybody can use that one.
Oh
Just
yeah.
in anything. I've got a cough today for whatever reason.
It happens. We're releasing. It's okay. We're releasing the how right now.
That's right. We are getting it out.
Oh
Spit
yeah.
it out. And whatever. But you know, I think that it's important, you know, that this is like the second time I came on when you were doing this, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this morning. And because I do my affirmations a lot of times while I'm driving, I'll be like, okay, I'll just start like, I am beautiful, I'm talented.
Kathleen, come back. I have to finish hearing the rest of that story because I want to know how you're doing the affirmation as you're driving. So if you have time and can come back, I would love to hear the rest of what you got to say to that. Ooh, she's joining back, y'all. Take her a second because it sounds like she's on the move. She be a going, she be a moving, and she's back now.
So, well, you know, I'll do them later or whatever. If you got quiet time in the car, just start talking to yourself. Start doing, you know, and especially if you're feeling like yucky that day. Oh my gosh, I love to start to do the affirmations. Just to change my energy. That, you know, because sometimes we have those funky days where like, oh my gosh, like, why? I'm a positive person. Why am I feeling down today? And, you know, sometimes we get lonely and we have to just work through those moments.
I will say, I appreciate you saying that because that was me today, which is why I'm literally declaring Affirmation Station is not going to have a time anymore. And the reason is because of how I felt today. And that means that if that's something that happens again, I don't want to mess with my integrity like that. I'm still going to show up. I just am not going to give it time to prescribe it because if I'm not feeling the best in that moment, I'm not going to go on because I'm not going to share that to everybody else.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, it's like, you know, wisdom will just give me that peace I need that moment. And, or, you know, it's, and that's, sometimes we just have to get out of our own funk and realize what it is, why are we feeling this way, get to it and just say, okay, it's okay to feel this way, but this is not the truth, you know, and then start speaking the truth. And I think when we start to learn how to speak the truth, we can change it. It may not appear right now, but it will.
I absolutely love Hero. How you leave on like a mic drop like that? You can come back if you want to, but you said a lot in and of itself right there, because I know for me personally speaking, I knew I was going to do No Thirst Thursday today, but I was like 8:30 and then I self-sabotaged myself by drinking coffee at 4 p.m. and I stayed up to like around 1, 2, and I know my body wakes up at 6. So I was like, no, I need more sleep. And I literally set my path for that. And even after I went to sleep to restart my calibration again, I still woke up in the not so cool attitude. So what I had to do is get reminded by my mama to do gratitude. And I got on the floor with the dog. And I just laid with the dog for a second, being grateful that I have a dog, being grateful he's eating right now, being grateful I can lay on my floor in my own office, being grateful that I was in a dress and I was like, I don't want this dress. I'm grateful I have another outfit. So I had to talk myself up, and even I did my makeup because I was like, if I want to present myself fully, I'm gonna do this thing. I don't care if I quote unquote feel tired or not. I get to choose this right now, and I want to be here.
You know, and that's the thing is sometimes you do just have to put that makeup on or do whatever you need to make feel better about yourself. Like today, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go get that haircut that I've been putting off because I get tired of them taking too much hair off. So, you tell them, an inch, and they take off 4 inches. You're like, where did an inch equal 4?
Harold, what you don't see is I'm looking for that other few inches, and I'm like, and when did we discuss this one? Because I didn't see that discussed there. I completely understand that, because I know for me, I just literally bought my hair on Amazon, and I started to figure out who's going to install it, because I was like, I'm changing my hair too, because sometimes you just need to do that part of your self-care, because getting your hair done is a self-care thing.
It is, and sometimes it just changes your outlook, and it's just about taking care of you. Not coming back up because I'm driving, so I gotta pick up my ride.
No worries. Love you, Kathleen. Thank you for speaking to me for 6 minutes, I think. That was dope. That was awesome. And this doesn't happen often, so I appreciate when guests come up to talk to me about how things are going, their favorite affirmation, how are they feeling after breathwork, how are they feeling after doing the EFT, and if they didn't do the EFT, they'll probably do it later. But what does that actually feel like? Because when I give my self-validation, but it's awesome to hear the confirmations. So that's why I literally came up with No Thirst Thursday. And I know it sounds super, super silly, but if we're talking about halt states, y'all, halt states are these states where you should not be making any major life decisions during these states. If you're hormonal, angry, horny, angry, lonely, tired, thirsty, terrified, do not make any major life decisions. It's not going to be safe for you. It's really not. Or thirsty, okay? So I have someone typing in my DM, so I'm going to share what they are sharing with me. Is the affirmation: I am one with the universal truth, untainted, unbound, and the bound, all that is and isn't yet. Dang, sir. Here, just so y'all know who this is. This is Lewis, the man that always drops bars with a beautiful accent. That's him. That's the person that's messaging me, and I'm all for it. And I also appreciate being able to get DMs now on the Wisdom app. Let's just rest in gratitude real fast with Dio and the team allowing us to have DMs not just on iOS but also on Android. And then they just introduced for Android voice intros, and they're giving an additional mentor coins if you do it by, I think, the 9th of this week. I'm resting in gratitude for this. I really, really am, for the fact that we can have that communication, we can share, and we can also direct who can message us is not, for the fact that y'all have to actually be following each other to even have that engagement. So if you have mentors that you like listening to, follow them. And if they follow you, y'all can have a full-on conversation in the DMs of the Wisdom app. And if not, take a look at their bio to see if they have Instagram, and maybe you can message them there if that's what you should want to do. But please know to handle that with care, as if you meet them with not the best things in mind, you might get shut down in due time. Okay? I'm being honest and real. It doesn't matter if it's someone on Wisdom or anyone that you meet. If you don't come correct, when I mean correct, I mean with love and not anger, you might not get spoken to. It's just how I've seen things in the world and how things have been working and what I've seen, okay? It's a little bit about me. So with that simply being said, and we'll do our move on stance. Keep it moving on. Ooh, yeah. Keep it moving on. Ooh, ooh. Ba da da da. Ba da 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 da. Ba ba da da da. Ba ba da da da. Ba. Keep it moving on. I love it. I love all the love. I appreciate all the claps. Thank you, Lewis, for that. Thank you, everyone that has helped me. Thank you for co-creating this space with me. I'm having so much fun. And before we go, I just have to tell you what's actually in my profile, what is in my link tree, so that you know without you actually having to go there unless you're interested. Okay, just gonna give you a little bit of help here. You're going to see in there a life check-in form to check in where your mind is, your body is, especially with your health, your career, and your finances. It's just a life check-in to see where the heck are you at, because when you give awareness to this, you can change it. So go and get aware where you are so that you can change it to the things that you actually want and not the things that you don't want. As our affirmation said today, we have to fix our thinking, not the problem. Okay. The next thing is, like I said earlier, you're going to get a replay of all affirmation stations on audio and on the visual video, the ones that I do on TikTok Live. If I do them, you might see a little bit sporadic, and that all depends on if I feel like showing my face. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. So sometimes you'll see videos, sometimes you won't, depending on the episode. I'm going to try to do it, but like I said, I'm going only with divine inspiration moving forward with this show. And the only reason I'm doing that and going with the flow is so that the divine can happen and can show up in this space where we can feel uplifted all together. You're also going to see on there a link to Lighten Up Your Life with Charente Facebook community. This is where I share wellness resources in regards to mindset, in regards to your career, in regards to your health, in regards to your finances. I try to be as active as I possibly can be, which is also why I said I'm trying to figure out this life and just go based on divine timing, because Charente has put a lot on her plate. I'm not going to lie to y'all, because I thought that by putting a lot on my plate, that's how I'm going to become great. It's not. I'm letting y'all know it's not. It's stressful, and I am learning how to de-stress that by taking a time to only go with the divine. Now, the last thing that you're going to see on my link tree is ways to connect with me. If you're looking to uplift your social media on your Facebook and your Twitter, Pinterest, or anything else, I'm everywhere. I am everywhere. Trust me when I say that. Click it, follow it, subscribe to it, and so that you can train your algorithm per what we learned in The Social Dilemma on Netflix to focus on the things that you want, because it only serves up things that you engage with. So engage with things that you want and don't engage with things that you don't want. Or you can report it to say, I don't want to see this anymore. It's not reporting the post where it'll be taken down, but it'll let the algorithm know, I don't like this type of stuff. Please remove it so I can get the other stuff and engage with the other stuff. And that is what I have for you. With that, it's the sound. The sound, it's time to go. It's time to go with the flow. It's time to go to the next destination. Yes, I'm not saying you gotta go home. I'm not saying you gotta get out of bed. I'm just saying I got to get to skedaddles, okay? Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for riding with me to Affirmation Station. You may now exit the train and head to your next destination. Remember, there are transfer lines to the best day ever on platform 2, or the worst day ever on platform 3. Choose wisely. I will see you tomorrow. Like I said, sometime tomorrow. Just look out for it. If you follow me on Wisdom, you'll get a notification if your notifications are not turned off. And if not, just check in. I'm just going to recommend just check in, because I'm going to have things posting on my Instagram, my Twitter, my LinkedIn, everything with the time. I'm taking that off today. I'm taking that off. I'm just going to show up when God says show up. What I do know, though, and what I can tell you about tomorrow, is we're doing Fri-Yay Fuel on Affirmation Station. And that is the fuel that's going to lead us into the weekend to have the best weekend ever, as everything always works out for us. I love you into infinity and beyond. I hope you have a fantabulous day. Ta-ta for now. My love, love, love. Affirmation Station, Affirmation Station. What's today's affirmation? Ta-ta for now.